And I think that this year they did sales at $20 billion. We started in 2014. They were doing $3.7 billion, and this year is 20, and next year is 30. And I think that in 12 years, we think in 12 or 13 years, 2030, this could be $1 trillion company. Could be. I think it's clear they're going to be a triple. It'll be 60 billion in 3 or 4 years, but they could be, this could be a real big company.
I think 2025 it will be $500 to $600. This is what billionaire investor Ron Barron of Barron Capital said about Tesla's stock price in November of last year. A few days ago, he reiterated this price tag. More than that, Barron sees the stock gaining 89% in 2 years. Notably, Tesla has already gained nearly 140% so far this year, and Ron Barron is more bullish than ever. He sees the stock as incredibly attractive for the long-term investor. In fact, the billionaire investor recently reiterated his super bullish view on the EV giant and said he expects it to be exchanging hands at $500 a share in 2025, nearly double today's price. For context, Tesla stock is currently sitting at $279.82. On a recent CNBC Squawk Box episode, the founder of Barron Capital noted that electric vehicles make up only 6% of automobiles at present. He said, "There is a really big opportunity for growth." It is almost the same thing he said last November, despite a brutal year for the US stock market. In 10 years, Tesla will be the largest and most profitable company in the world, Barron told Forbes at the time. In light of this, Barron said in February that he thinks Tesla stock could hit $1,500 by 2030. In a Squawk Box episode, Barron said he wasn't concerned about volatility in the market, especially with current levels of consumer demand for Tesla's vehicles. Barron considers Tesla's current demand to be at historically high levels, and he expects the company's stock price to keep going up in the years to come. Demand picks up so much it's unprecedented demand for his cars right now, Barron said. "We started investing in this company in 2014, and they were doing 31,000 cars a year. He thinks 20 million cars by 2030. I'm thinking $1,500 a share by 2030. Barron's mutual fund has remained one of the greatest benefactors of Tesla's exponential growth in the past several years. With a total of $5.7 billion in managed assets, the Barron Partners Fund, BPTIX, has seen a 5-year return of about 26.5% on Tesla stock on an annualized basis and a 10-year return of 20.9%. According to Morningstar, these figures make the fund the best-performing U.S. equity fund over the long-term period. "I'm not really worried about the stock market," Barron said. "I don't worry about the market, I don't worry about the economy." As for his confidence in Tesla, Barron noted that Tesla has been called the safest car ever built in the world, and he expects the automaker to put out a lower-cost model which he says will make the company worth 7 to 10 times more down the road. To be sure, Barron is bullish on Elon Musk's companies in general. Last year, Barron disclosed that one of his largest purchases of the year included roughly $100 million in private investments with SpaceX and around $200 million going toward a specific satellite. There is no way to know what will happen to Tesla share prices in the weeks and years to come, but it's hard to deny that Barron has had some things right in the past. As for whether Tesla stock trading price could hit $1,500 by 2030, the jury is still out, but an affordable, mass-market EV may be a crucial element of that journey in the years to come. Recent developments in the EV space also make Barron more bullish on Tesla stock, as notable names like Ford Motor and General Motors Company have recently signed agreements with Tesla, embracing the wide network of fast chargers it has laid out across North America. In simple terms, what such collaborations mean for the pure-play electric vehicles company is more money. According to Ron Barron, it's the same price that it was 3 years ago, and the business is 3 times bigger. Now, it is undeniable that Tesla stock keeps moving up, but the question is, will it reach $1 trillion? Probably. For one, Tesla has so much positive momentum that it's hard to keep up. Tesla stock has been on a roll lately, and there just might be a legitimate case for the company to reach the $1 trillion market cap club. How will that happen? Well, you should know that while Tesla's vehicles are often the focal point of the company, another core part of its business is its supercharger network. Tesla currently operates over 45,000 superchargers, primarily in the United States and Europe, where drivers can top up their car batteries. The convenience of the supercharger network has proven to be a big deal, as it is a major differentiator from the growing number of rival EV companies. Competitors include industry giants like General Motors, Ford, BMW, and Volkswagen, in addition to newer players like Rivian, NIO, and Lucid. But just over the last few weeks, Ford, General Motors, and Rivian have all announced partnerships with Tesla for access to its supercharger network. Starting in 2025, all three auto manufacturers will adopt Tesla's North American Charging Standard (NACS) for their EVs too, allowing for seamless integration at supercharger locations. These deals are good for Tesla's bottom line. In April, Tesla reported it had seen its global supercharger network expand year over year. For the first quarter of 2023, the company said the total number of supercharger stations had climbed 33% to 4,947. Its count of supercharger connectors, meanwhile, was 45,169, a 34% increase from the 33,657 it had in the same three-month period the prior year. Although Tesla still has plenty of competition overseas and domestically, seeing some of the largest vehicle manufacturers in the world agree to adopt its charging design for the North American market speaks volumes about how far ahead of the competition it is. Furthermore, as EV adoption continues to rise, Tesla's business is poised to continue thriving, as its supercharger networks will now attract an entirely new cohort of drivers. That's not even all. In addition to investing heavily in its technology, another thing Musk has done well as chief executive of Tesla is making sure the company strikes partnerships with other countries around the globe. Some of its biggest factories are outside of the United States, namely in Germany and China, with another planned for Mexico. Probably India too, as India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently visited the United States and met with several high-profile individuals, primarily politicians and business executives, including Tesla CEO Elon Musk. After the meeting, Musk spoke to journalists and stated that Tesla will be in India as soon as humanly possible, before adding that it is quite likely that there will be a significant investment and relationship with India in the future. If that happens, that bids well for the company. What's more, Tesla recently reported record quarterly global auto sales after it cut prices on its autos and customers reaped the benefits of renewed tax credits for purchasing its electric vehicles. The company announced that it had sold 466,000 vehicles worldwide, which is 4% higher than Wall Street estimates. All that said, a $1 trillion valuation may well be in sight. With all the recent positive developments, especially Tesla's partnership with other legacy automakers, Tesla's stock has rocketed about 40% higher over the last month. This increase in the stock price has pushed the company's market capitalization up by over $200 billion. After hitting a peak of over $1.2 trillion in early 2022, Tesla currently sits at a market cap of just over $800 billion. So $1 trillion seems like a stone's throw away, as Ron Barron also said. Per Tesla's latest 10Q filing, the company had 3.2 billion shares outstanding. Assuming Tesla reaches these share prices, this implies the company could be worth roughly $1.6 trillion by 2025 and nearly $4.8 trillion by 2030. Of course, this is just illustrative, as it is likely Tesla's outstanding shares will change quarter to quarter, let alone over the next several years. Given the stock has rallied and the company has added nearly $200 billion in market cap in a relatively short period, investors should be wary of a corresponding sell-off from any momentum traders. However, long-term investors should see the company has several opportunities that should fuel its future growth. A prudent action for new investors is to dollar-cost average into the stock over time, and current investors have a lot of reasons to hold on to their shares. In 2030, if he makes 20 million cars per year and they're $50,000 a car, that's $1 trillion in revenues. And he gets operating profits at somewhere around 30%, Ron Barron said of Tesla CEO Elon Musk. And in 8 to 10 years, we ought to be somewhere around $4.5 trillion. Notably, Barron has long been bullish on Tesla, having first acquired a stake in the company in 2014. And he isn't done betting on Tesla CEO Elon Musk. We have made a lot of money with him. Subscribe for more.